Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm gonna do just a quick update, and well, first here's a red lanternfly trying to get in. All right, so just wanted to show you what the garden looks like. It's June 23rd, so end of June, and we'll start over here in this corner. Everything seems to be doing well here. These zinnias have really grown quickly in the last couple of days. And up here, these zinnias are also doing very well. I've pinched them, and I took the cage off of them, so I'm looking forward to getting some flowers there soon. And then these cosmos, same thing. I've pinched them, and they seem to be doing very well. I was a little bit nervous about taking the chicken cages off of them because the birds have been really awful, but they seem to be doing okay so far. So maybe they're big enough now that the birds will leave them alone. But anyway, my idea was that these other three containers would be looking the same as these by now, but as you can see, they don't, because I've been having a lot of issues with birds and red lanternflies. So here I have these three zinnias. I'm going to plant some more today. Over here, excuse me, I have just this one and this one here. I don't know if you can see it. I only have two. After this pot had done really well, something got into it and basically pulled up all of the seedlings, and then I only have about two zinnias growing in this one. So today I'm going to just go ahead and plant some more seeds and just see what happens. And then you may remember I propagated some dahlias. I was very happy that one survived, Juanita, and looks like some sort of animal or something came, probably a bird, and just, even though it was sitting right under here, somehow pulled it out and took it away. So it's gone now, and I don't have any more dahlias except for these over here. So any extras anyway. So I'm going to try this experiment again next year. And then here's iced tea doing really well. I planted this ground cover, which I think is really nice, but it's starting to take over the entire pot, which has me a little bit worried, but that's okay. I have a new addition to the garden. It's this bench here. Similar to what I did, or what I showed in the last video, I was trying to take some pots and put them up higher to create some sort of elevation in the garden. That was my inspiration. So I found another bench on Facebook Marketplace, and it fits perfectly right here. And I've put my the marigold pot, again, doing really well up here. And the gombrina is also growing nicely in both of those pots. And then in here, I thought all of the marigold seeds were done, but two seedlings just came up, so that's good. And maybe I'll get some flowers here. All right, and then over here is where the bulk of my dahlias are. They're all doing very well. I've pinched all of these, so they should be pushing out. Oh, what are those flies doing there? Okay, well, let's give them some privacy. All right, so, and then over here on this corner, same thing, everything's doing well. These zinnias are coming up nicely. Oh, and there's a red lanternfly right here on that Cosmo. Okay, well, Wisteria's doing well, and then everything over here is also doing well. These Cosmos are they've just been this size for over a month now. Not sure what's going on with them. And then this one broke off. Okay, and then I also just wanted to show you one quick thing. This cactus flowered, which is kind of cool. I had no idea that was going to happen. That's pretty neat. All right, so that is what this rooftop garden looks like at the end of June. I also just want to give you a quick look at the back porch. I do have a new addition back here. First, I planted a whole bunch more marigolds because the squirrels and the rats really dislike them, and so they've been keeping them off our back porch. So I planted these, and I planted some over here as well. Although in this pot, the squirrel or the rat or whatever is sort of trampling all over everything, including the ones in here. And then I wanted to show you the phlox that just came in. It's a bright pink one. And then I added this astilbe. I really wanted something that could do well in the shade because it's really shady back here, and that was a little bit upright and could give us a little bit of privacy. So that's why I planted these here, and that's pretty much it. That's what the back porch looks like. Hey everyone. Okay, so it's been about 2 weeks. Today is July 1st, and I'm just going to do a quick tour of the rooftop garden. We are about to get 100 plus degree temperatures. In fact, right now it's about 99 degrees outside. So the roof, right now the garden looks good, but I'm just not sure what this heat is going to do to all of the plants. So I just want to give you a quick look at its potential peak, and then we'll do another video where maybe we can assess the damage if there is any. All right, so I'm going to turn the camera around and we're going to go up onto the roof. So it's unfortunate because I actually have quite a few seedlings that are just coming up and doing really well, and I'm just not sure what the heat's going to actually do to them. Anyway, I just turned on the water in case I need to cool some things down up here. It is boiling hot and humid. So, all right. Over here in this corner, this is how things look. I had to take these lights out of the containers because I needed to put more chicken wire up to protect some of the seedlings from the birds. But here are some of the cosmos. I have a bud coming in here. What's really interesting is I planted these out I started them as seedlings in April, planted them out in May, and they're still tiny. And I'll show you the other cosmos that I had that I direct sowed only a month ago, and they're completely different. But anyway, so I'm excited to see what this looks like. It's supposed to be like an apricot colored cosmos, so we'll see what that looks like. And then these dahlias are doing well here. Pixie is still tiny. It's definitely this container. I grew Marn in this container last year, and it took forever to grow. So I think the container is just too small. So I have to remember just not to plant any dahlias in here next year. The wisteria is doing well. All the succulents here are also just doing really well. This Medusa's head is flowering, and it grew 2 little babies over here on this side. And then this is doing really well. Look at all of these new petals. And then this cactus has another flower, which looks kind of nice. Okay, and then over here, same deal with these cosmos. These are bigger, even though I planted them out at the same time as the other cosmos. I pinched these, so I don't have any buds on them just yet. And then Hula's struggling a little bit. At this point in the year last year, this was a much bigger, bushier plant. So we'll see how that goes. And then over here, this here is Daddy's Girl. And this is actually going to be the first dahlia that I get. So here's a bud that has come up. There were 2 others that I've just budded already, and there's like another one coming in here, and then there's another one coming in here. So I'll get these flowers probably first, which will be nice. But you'll see everything is kind of nice and green and bushy. Some of this is getting yellow. I need to do a little bit of fertilizing. And then, I still have some that are just tiny, like this one. And then here's bridezilla. And bridezilla is normally big and bushy by this time of year. It produces a beautiful big white flower. Oh, and then I guess I have a bud here too, which is just interesting because it's such a small plant. Normally I've gotten a lot more foliage before it starts to bud. We'll see, maybe we just have a different kind of a year this year. Okay, so everything's good here. And then just check out these flowers. They come out during the day and then they close up at night. And honeydew, again, just struggling. It's still the same size. We'll see. I have some seedlings in here. These are marigolds, and they are still very small. The pot has been very wet, so I've been trying to let it dry out. The gomphrena is getting a lot bigger, which is great. The marigolds here, you can see the stem is getting stronger. And then some more gomphrena in here. All right, here's where most of my challenge lies. It's these two containers here. So I finally have a little bit more seedlings. You can kind of see some green. They're little tiny plants. And then here I have some cosmos. There's a lot more seedlings in here. But the problem is these pots, they're black and they get very, very hot. So the seedlings I direct sowed them. And they are obviously small and delicate, so I've been trying to keep the pots wet and cool. So I've been hosing down the pots to cool down the temperatures. Same thing here. I have these two zinnia plants that have just really gotten really big. And then, this was direct sowed at the same time, but it's a lot smaller. I've got two more seedlings coming up, but none of the other seedlings germinated. None of the seeds germinated, so it's probably because this pot is too hot. But everything over here is just doing well. Look at how bushy these cosmos are. I've pinched all of them. And here are some zinnias. I pinched a bunch of these as well, but not all of them because I just was too excited and I wanted to see some flowers. But I've got one here coming in, another one here coming in. And over here. And then these zinnias have gotten a lot bigger. I did not pinch these, and I might not pinch them because they've already started to produce little buds. So I'll just keep those and enjoy them. So that's pretty much it. These succulents are very happy. There's actually some new growth coming in on the bottom of the stems. And then these ones are having new growth coming in as well. So everything is enjoying the heat up here as far as I can tell. So this is what the rooftop garden looks like. It's July 1st. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video.